Good day, everyone. I hope all of you are doing good. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I'll just be simply putting it in the shortest form. I'll be telling you about how to create a ChatGPT chatbot for your PDF files. Who knew that such would be created? All thanks to ChatGPT and LangChain. So, combining all of these will help us achieve what I just spoke about, which is creating a ChatGPT chatbot. So, as you all can see my screen, I've already set up my environment. Everything is working, coded, everything. As you can see on this side, these are all my where my code is. Can navigate through all of these, but I'll tell you all about them in detail. But on this video, I just want to keep everything short and just get you started so that you do not meet any errors when I get to give you all the GitHub URL so that you can use this application and modify it to be your own. I don't know. You might deploy it somewhere. It's an open source, so following the good procedures will help you. Okay, so as you can see here are the tech stack used for this project. LangChain, Pinecone, TypeScript, openAI, Next, JavaScript. LangChain is a framework that makes it easy to build scalable artificial intelligence applications and chatbot. The Pinecone is a database for storing the embeddings, meaning the chunks of data which you will be embedding. So the first thing we want to do, I'll just set up basic API key and the Pinecone key for this project. So to do this, this is what you should do. Click on your browser. Just sign into Pinecone. I already have an account, so I'll just go on to continuing with my Gmail address. Should be easy for me because I got everything set up already. Okay, as I wait, I can see my network is a little bit slow, so I'll even type in openAI. Let's do this. openAI platform. This is the openAI platform. Let me also log into it so that it makes everything simple for us. So right now I'm still running. Pinecone, I don't know why it's taking time. And then here is my OpenAI interface. So let's get started on this one. Okay. So the first thing I wanna do is get my OpenAI key. So I'm already advanced with this. So this is what I can just do. API. API. Let's see where it takes us. Oh, page not found. Okay. let's do this. Leave it as openAI. This is the step by step. So the overview. You can just read everything here. API reference. Everything you need to know about the API, the models. Yes. I just need to create a API key, which I've already did. As you can see, these are both my API keys right here. I've never used one, and this one I've been I'm using I was using a free account, but now I'm using a paid account. So if you can just let's see how often have I used my API. Okay, so I just recently got as you can see, this is a free trial one, but I do have a open API key which I used. I'm using a ChatGPT 4 model. It's a paid account. I think it's something $20 per month, but it's no transmesh. If you don't have API key, you can just use the free one. You can just use the free one. All you need to do is just create an account. Click here on create secret key. Let me just delete this one and then show you how to do this. So I can just create. I'll just say create. Then you copy this API key. Make sure that you save it in a place where you'll be able to retrieve it. And there is it. It's created. As you can see, the create date is 14 August 2023. Okay, so now we have our API key. Let's get into the Pinecone. This is basically a database where we'll be storing our embeddings. So just like this is a free mode. I'm planning on, as you can see, it's a free mode. I'm planning on getting upgrading. I'll be upgrading to probably a standard, which is $70 per month. Roughly about 1,000 rands, 1,000 rands, 1,000 South African rands or below that. So I'm planning on upgrading that to a paid one soon. Probably on my next video, you'll see that everything has been upgraded. So just like open AI, I need to get a API key for my Pinecone platform. So yes, I'm using a starter pack. If you are familiar with the Pinecone, you'll know that the starter cone, the starter this free environment doesn't support naming spaces. So every project you run using the free starter environment, just make sure that your coding doesn't involve any namespaces. So yes, this is my index. As you can see, this is my index. I have 172 vector database which I've created. Yes, so I have 172 vectors that I've created. Yeah. So once you even have this, you even need to get your API for this one. You can just copy this. This is the value where it's written value to API key. Copy it, keep it safely because you're gonna need it when we zone in the project. Okay, back to the Visual Studio. By the way, I'm using Visual Studio. Someone else might find it easy to use a PyCam. As a PyCam both support, I can have my code editor and my terminal on the same platform. Let me just show you. This is as you can see, this is a terminal. Yes, this is a PyCam environment, but for now I'm running everything and editing on Visual Studio. So now we've got our API keys. What you would want to do, firstly, you clone your GitHub repository that I'm gonna give you as time goes. Right now, it's all about setting up the environment. So you need to make sure that you install Node on the system. Because if you do not install it, as you can see, I've installed it. Even with Python, if you do not install it, this application will not run as we are using Next JavaScript. So you need a version that is 18 or greater. The deployment of the application, as I've given you my GitHub repository, you will clone the GitHub repository, or you can download a zip folder on the repository I've given you. Downloading the free version is simple. I can just this is not the application we are working on. This is another documentation I'm preparing for the project. I'm just looking for something simple to show you how to download a GitHub repository. So let me just do this. Okay, this is my history. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I just deleted my history. So let's just log into GitHub, get any repository, and then show you how you download it. Okay, this is the LangChain master. LangChain master always been there. This is the master of the dog. You just need to set it up, which is complicated. That's why you need to learn. Okay, so this is what you can do. You can just download the zip voucher, the zip folder. Once downloaded, you can go to your downloads and then you extract it. Just right click and extract. Okay, so back to my environment. So I'm using my machine terminal. As you can all see here, this is my command prompt, machine command prompt. As I said, I've already set up my environment, so even the application is running. So I'll just take you back to what I did. you will need to run a couple of things. Oh wow. Oh god. So you need to run a couple of things. I just messed up my application, but anyway, this is what we can do. Okay, let's just follow the instructions on on my application. Oh God, God! I just did something. Okay, reopening my Visual Studio environment. Don't know what happened there, but okay. So the first thing you're gonna do, you need to install this NAMP so that every code you run in JS perfectly works. So this is my command prompt. Okay, I think I'd also need to set up my environment so that they know where to read where my code is running from. So I'll go to documents, desktop actually. This is I'm looking for the project. Okay, let's do this. Down documents. So this is the application. Let's just open it and double check. Okay, this is definitely the environment. Go to the top, take this URL, this path. It's where we'll use to locate where the folders are. Type in cd and then this repository. Automatically, as you can see now, it's different. It includes the file. It's no more like showing like this, but showing like this now, with where my application is stored. And then as my application is stored, I can then install these things. I'll copy this, install my application, nump install there. So everything should install. As you can see, every like I said, everything has been installed. It's just a matter of me setting up this application again. I just went out and then I'm gonna run this now yen install. Hey guys, if you're working on a slow machine, just know that it's gonna take time. So I recommend working on i7 machine. So as you can see, everything has been installed already, up to date, successful. Remember, I'm working on my terminal, and then this has already been created, as you've seen. Check out my modules, packages, they already there, and you can locate them on my application here. This is what we are talking about. Everything has been created. So this is the most important thing then. So on my repository, you'll find that I'll give you a file like this. The openAI API key I told you about is the one we're gonna need now. The Pinecone API key we're gonna need now. We're gonna need to know the Pinecone environment and the index name. So this is how you could do it. Get your API key, get your Pinecone API key, Okay, so I'm getting it on my application. Going back to Visual Studio, I'm setting it up. There we go. Paste. So even for the API key, do the same thing. Get your API key, copy your API key, and then go back to your application, paste it here. So yeah, this is not the original API key. I can't display my API key like that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I've already set this up. Okay, where you get the Pinecone environment, and the Pinecone index name is that on your platform. This is the name of the environment. So you need to know this name. You need to copy this name. This is a GCP starter. And then the index name, this is how you get the index name. This is the index name. This is the index name. Everyone can create the index name so that they know where they they ingest the ingestions are stored. Okay, so yes, please. Anyone who has a question can just leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to respond back to them. Okay, so once I've set this up, remember, I'll need to set it up to be a dot environment, not dot environment example. This is there so that you know where to store the API keys. So once you're done storing the API keys, make sure that you you save this as a dot env. As you can see here, I saved it as dot env. So this basically hides all the API keys that you are gonna be working there, making them not accessible to anyone. Okay, and then back to the README file. Okay, so what I know for now, what I won't go in on for now is that this configure file where the Pinecone, where you need to have the namespacing. As you can see, I don't I swapped out my code so that it doesn't include namespacing. For now, this is what I'm gonna do because Pinecone starter, the free version, doesn't allow you to have namespacing. So on this code I'm gonna provide you, it's gonna be free from namespacing. So you do not have to worry about namespacing. All you can do, because you need to, first things first, you need to install a document here, a document which you're gonna you can insert multiple documents. So you're gonna install a document which you're gonna be using to ask information on your ChatGPT, create embeddings on it. So in order to create my data into chunks, remember my data has been cut down into chunks of data. it's been cut down to chunks of data, meaning that they will be stored in the vector database. So what I need to do in order to create chunks inside my database, I will need I'll need to let me just switch off my emails, guys. Okay, I'll need to run this snap run ingest to embed my document. So no matter how many documents you have in there, if you run this code, it's gonna turn your document into little chunks. So this is what is happening. As you can see, creating a vector store. Let me just do this. You can see this is the name of my document, ChatGPT main text clean copy. For now, I'm using one document so that it can make it easy for me. So if you can just look at this, these are the embeddings that have been created from one single document. So depending on how you want it to be cut, this is what these are the results of ingestion actually. So back to my README document. This README document basically is there to help you make things easy for you. So you just need to understand. You just need to understand the terms used in this programming languages. So teach yourself everything. You need to learn more. You need to do many things. So to run this application, I'm running on a development server. As you can see, run diff. It's a development server, not a production. But in order to deploy this for the public, you will need a production server. So as I run my application, there is it's running. So because I'm running on a local host, this is my machine local host. As you can see, copy this, take it into a browser, and this is the chatbot you gonna have. My machine is running slow, yes. So here is my ChatGPT chatbot. As you can see, this is only the start. So I'm planning on deploying it soon. I'm gonna deploy it on a Google platform, making it accessible for some people. Not some people, but I'm just gonna make it accessible for the public. So knowing that my document is all about ChatGPT, let me just say, let's just test it out. It's like we said, it's a ChatGPT model, ChatGPT chatbot, which will ask you about your document. So let's ask it general question. So it won't answer general questions because it doesn't know. This is the response you would get because it's not a chat agent. So let's do this. Hey, how are you? This should display something that would show that the machine isn't that emotions. It's reading, it's taking, it's answering questions based on the documents that are stored somewhere. So check this out. It's running. As you can see, this is where I ask my question. Hey, how are you? Waiting for response. Let's see. As you can see, hey, I'm an artificial intelligence and I don't have feelings, but I'm here and ready to assist you. How can I help you? Okay, let's say, what do you know about Chat GPT? Enter. Okay, move this out. I asked you the question. As you can see, what do you know about ChatGPT? Should answer this. We should be getting an answer here. And the nice thing about this is that it even gets to tell you sources where it's coming from and stuff. Okay, so this is information based on the document I gave it. Okay, so as you can see, it's an AI interface that can be utilized in various ways in academia. It can simplify the use of multiple indices and yes, whatsoever. As you can see, yeah. So this is our basic chatbot. This is just the start. Soon, the next video, I'll be going code by code, explaining to you what's happening where and how you modify chunks, text splitters, the ones I was talking about. How do you split? I'll just explain everything on the next video. I'll be going code by code explaining what this section of the code means. But nevertheless, you can also use a platform like Pinecone, which you can see I used a terminal and Visual Studio separately. So on Pinecone you can have both the code editor and the terminal. So yes guys, on the next video I'll be telling you more about on the next video I'll tell you more about the coding. I'll be explaining the code line by line. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good day.